Is that all you got?
What's good, everybody out there on YouTube? This is your man, Shadicstick, dropping some hot farraga on this mic. I want to say thank you for watching the video. If you wind up liking this video, hit subscribe after you're done liking and share it out if you wind up liking the video, but let's just jump right into it. Jesus Christ, man, I'm sounding like Philip DeFranco. So if you guys have been out of the loop in the Nintendo community, there's been a really big discussion going on around one of the next upcoming games in Nintendo's lineup, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, if you don't know what Pokemon is, you've been living under a rock, and if you don't know why this game is so big and such a big deal, again, you've been living under a rock for the past, 30 years? The Pokemon Sword and Shield is coming out later this year in November, and it was shown off earlier this June at E3 2019, during Nintendo's Treehouse livestream. Now, while yes, I can say that I was initially hyped for it because of the trailers before E3, after seeing this gameplay, I'm not so much hyped as I was beforehand. Well, yes, it's Pokemon, and I haven't really been on the Pokemon loop since, I guess Gen 6. I really enjoy the series, and it's been one of my favorite video game series of all time. Again, Gen 7 is really the only generation where I just did not get into the loop. I just didn't have the money at the time. I wasn't really into turn-based RPGs at the time. Well, yes, of course I was into turn-based RPGs. I just was not playing them at the time. I was playing multiplayer games, fighting games, something. Leave me alone. I don't know what I was doing. I just know that I was at least broke. But, Pokemon Sword and Shield was looking really good, especially because of that Pokemon Direct that happened before E3. But then we got the live stream footage. Oh boy, does it look awful. Now, before someone comes into the comment section and says,
I don't know what you're talking about, Shaddick. The game does not have to be the best looking game on the planet. It doesn't need to change the way it looks Pokemon.
Hold up. I understand where you're coming from. But in 2019, for a console level Pokemon game that's releasing at $60 US, not 50, not 40, not 30, not 20, 60 United States dollarinos, the game shouldn't be looking like this. It just should not. There's no way they can fix this entire game in, 5 months without crunch. It's just kind of ridiculous how ugly this game looks. Now, some people have shown screenshots of other aspects of the game that look, I guess, alright. They don't really look all that great. I mean, on top of us just showing the same, I guess, plains area, we haven't seen much. And while we haven't seen much, what we have seen isn't all that great. I remember during the live stream, they showed off this gameplay with Score Bunny versus the gray rabbit thing. I don't remember what that thing is. I don't remember what half of the Pokemon name are. Especially if I just think they're ugly. Sorry. But they are showing off this gameplay, and we saw the animations, and the first one we saw was Double Kick. And while Double Kick hasn't been, one of the most well-animated moves in the series, I guess, what we saw here was just unacceptable, man. I mean, we have games like Pokemon Battle Revolution where the Pokemon would actually move to do their moves. And that was a spin-off game. My big issue here is they're just not doing enough for a console-level Pokemon game. Now, before people go on and they're like,
Shaddick, they have to put in over 800 Pokemon into the game. They gotta animate all that stuff.
Well, they apparently are not doing that. And that's another big issue with the game. It doesn't have every single Pokemon that we've had beforehand, at least in the Pokedex. And that is alarming. And the big issue with this is that Junichi Masuda specifically said, we did not include all these Pokemon because guess what? It's too much work for us, so we decided that we're gonna cut back on Pokemon from previous generations. Which, admittedly, would be fine, except for the fact that he said it's to get the game to look as good as possible, and the game looks like it's a PS2 era game upscaled to HD. Like, why? Tell me, Nintendo, why are y'all not looking at this project? Pokemon Company, why are y'all not looking at this project and saying, oh, this just does not look as good as it should. I mean, Nintendo is a company known for their quality of games. Games like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey were both hardware pushers. There is no reason for this game to look the way it does when Super Mario Odyssey is on the same console is by far has to be more demanding and runs at 60 frames per second and a resolution higher than 720p. All of those things combine to create an amazing and fluid experience. But Pokemon comes out and it just looks like hot dookie. Why? And then on the issue of the, national decks not being in the game, why is it not in the game when the game looks the way it does? I'm gonna actually read you something from Junichi Masuda, where people asked, hey, why is the game like this? Why is there no national decks? Why does the game look like a PS2 game? And this was his response. Thank you to all of our fans for caring so deeply about Pokemon. Recently, I shared the news that some Pokemon cannot be transferred to Pokemon Sword and Shield. I've read all your comments and appreciate your love and passion for Pokemon. Just like all of you, we are passionate about Pokemon, and each and every one of them is very important to us. After so many years of developing the Pokemon video games, this was a very difficult decision for me. I'd like to make one thing clear. Even if a specific Pokemon is not available for Pokemon Sword and Shield, that does not mean it will not appear in future games. The world of Pokemon continues to evolve. The Galar region offers new Pokemon to encounter, trainers to battle, and adventures to embark on. We are pouring our hearts We are pouring our hearts into these games, and we hope you will look forward to joining us on this new journey. June 28th, 2019. Junichi Masuda. If you couldn't tell, they're extremely tone deaf to what the fans and just people in the gaming community as a whole want from Pokemon Sword and Shield. They don't understand the expectations for a mainline Pokemon game. It's just ridiculous that they expect people to buy this product at $60 when the game isn't worth that. I'd argue this game is a step down from games like Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pokemon X and Y, and Pokemon Black and White, even Diamond and Pearl. Because, I'm not saying that the game has to be a hardware pusher. I'm saying it has to push somewhere. Pokemon Black and White in both Sun and Moon and Black and White gave us amazing stories, sending Pokemon to a realm that I didn't think it ever would be before. While the stories in previous Pokemon games were, pretty decent or good, if you were talking about Pokemon, for like Gen 2, you like Silver, Gold, Crystal, and its remakes, Pokemon Black and White and Pokemon Sun and Moon really pushed that bar extremely high. It showed that the Pokemon series was capable of amazing storytelling. And maybe they only wanted to include Galar Pokemon for, before the player beats the game. Do what Pokemon Black and White did. Have all of the new Pokemon be the only Pokemon you can access pre-post game. That was one of the greatest decisions they've ever made in the series. Pokemon Sun and Moon showed that they can actually, flip the script and take away gems and still have a very good Pokemon game, a very competent one of the best in the series. Pokemon X and Y pushed the series to new bounds by being the first game to be fully 3D that was a mainline entry. And while it didn't have the most amazing story, it tried. It tried to push its hardware. It tried to show that this is the next generation of Pokemon and this is the future of the series. It's just disappointing that Pokemon Sword and Shield, in a game series that's so prolific for its just standard of quality, looks like a game from the PS2 era, from a generation that was 2 generations back. It's upsetting that games like Pokemon Coliseum and XD Galar Darkness showed a brighter future for the series than the game that's supposed to be the first mainline game on an HD console, an HD handheld that's a part of the mainline series. It's just really upsetting. There's no reason that all the Pokemon shouldn't be in this game, and there's no reason for the game to look this butt ugly. So Junichi Masuda, all the people defending Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Pokemon Company, please understand why people are upset. The fans, the fans that are, I guess, shilling the game or trying to defend it. I understand your sentiment. I understand that there may be parts that don't look as bad, but there's no reason for the game at its best to still look worse than Pokemon Sun and Moon in a way that I guess is sad. You can say, oh, the visuals, I guess the pure graphics themselves, the foliage, the shadows, the textures, that's all better. but Pokemon Sun and Moon is just a livelier game. It just, overall, its art style and its art direction and the direction of the world just looks like there's a lot more loving care and heart and passion put into it than with Pokemon Sword and Shield. No one's saying that the game is gonna sell badly or that it's gonna be the worst game on the planet. People just hold Pokemon to a higher expectation, and you know, they should have those high expectations for a series this big. But I don't know, man, that's how I feel about it. On top of that, there's no reason why, you know, the national decks shouldn't be in the game. But tell me how you feel about this in that comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Please don't attack my life. I'll cry. I won't cry. You can attack me. I don't really care. But I am genuinely interested on people's takes about the game. This has been your man Shadicstick. Remember, Hot Faraga turns to Cold Bazaga. Make sure you chill out with some of my other videos. Follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. We're out of here. Peace. Kiss, kiss.